By the way, the fans who are coming in here, they're spending quite a bit. One fan telling me they spent as much as $1,800 to make the trip here to Phoenix, and again, get inside. Priceless experience, but still expensive to very many of us. Well, hey everybody, obviously plenty to do this week here in Vegas for Super Bowl, but one of the coolest things might be right here at the NFL Fan Experience, where there's plenty of games from fans to pick from, including right here at Precision Passing. Coach, as these players were walking off the field, especially some of the seniors, there are tears in their eyes, just pure emotion coming off. So what does that mean for you as a coach that these guys were willing to leave everything out there on the field and that they showed that coming off the field? And the Chiefs were down by 10 at the end of the first half, but boy, did head coach Andy Reid use every last second of that 29-minute halftime break to make the necessary adjustments for the Chiefs to end up with their second Super Bowl title in the past 4 years. One win away from a shot at the title. Welcome back into sports, everyone. After losing 15 seniors last season, San Luis boys soccer certainly had some doubters coming into this year, but the Sidewinders are one of the best programs in the state for a reason. Tonight, a chance to get themselves back into the 6A championship. So to the Snake Pit we go. 2-seeded San Luis welcoming in the 3-seed Mountain View Toros into town. Winner onto the 6A title game. Starting in the first half, Sidewinders with a corner. Misael Mesa firing in, Armando Favela heading it, but the Toros keeper able to reel it in. Still a 0-0 game. On to the second half. Luis Garcia with it as he sends it into the box. Castillo taking it, and then he goes on to find Pablo Pulido, who has to 180 just to get the shot off, and he hits it. Pulido with the massive strike there to double the San Luis lead, and now the Sidewinders are starting to feel it, and the 2 goals enough to get the job done. San Luis goes on to win it 2-0. They're heading to the 6A title game, where it'll be a rematch with Perry, the team that took them down last year in the same game. The Calipatria Hornets welcoming in the Coastal Academy Stingrays. Calipat came out the gates absolutely flying. Opening possession here, Caleb Spence driving baseline, rolling it off the fingertips to get the Hornets on the board. Shortly after, Oscar Lopez with it as he splits 2 defenders, lays this one up and in, and the foul. Calipat leads it 6-0 to start the game. Get next possession. Spence carries it up the floor, attacks the basket, and how about that finish from Caleb Spence? It was all Hornets all night long as Calipatria takes it 69-25. They're advancing to the CIF final. And more boys basketball from tonight. The Cinderella story, known as the 15 seed in the CIF San Diego Section Division III bracket. The Central Spartans hoping to keep the fairy tale alive on the road tonight against Monte Vista out in Spring Valley. However, Central would fall 74-67, ending their surprise run through the postseason. On the Arizona side, in Class 3A, the Yuma Shamrocks advancing to the AIA state semifinals with a 63-46 win over Northwest Christian. Fernando Vasquez leading the way for the Rocks with 18 points. The Rocks will next face the number 2 seed Gilbert Christian on Friday at the Arizona Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Moving on out to Walt Cammon Field, where the Arizona Western Matadors took on Central Arizona in a matinee double dip. Starting things in the top of the third of the second game of the day, Matadors lead it 2-0. AWC's Hugo Tafoya strikes out future ASU Sun Devil Jonathan Hernandez. Pitcher Jonah Hergert catching Graham a little too far off the base to end the inning. The Vaqueros go on to win Game 2 with a final of 12-7. And in the early game, score tied at 3 in the bottom of the 7th. The Matadors' Nathan Houston from Regina, Saskatchewan, working the 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded to force in the winning run in the form of Eli Watson. That's actually the second time this season the Mats have won by way of a walk-off walk. 4-3 your final in that one. And with that, that is all the time we have for sport. From discovering the game to being one of its best prospects. That's the story of Arizona Western basketball star Yaxel Lendeborg. And now, the journey that's taken him across 2 countries and 3 states is about to pay off. From the house to D1, an exclusive report you'll only find here on 13 on Your Side.
It wasn't until Yaxel Lendeborg's senior year in high school when he took basketball seriously. For a player seen as one of the hottest junior college prospects, it's almost hard to believe his career on the hardwood started back in 2019.
It's when I started like seeing that I could actually be something as a basketball player.
Lendeborg played in just 11 games during his lone season at Pennsauken High School in New Jersey, winning 10 of them. His game was still enough to catch the eye of Matador head coach Kyle Isaacs, who had been told about Lendeborg by a fellow coach in New Jersey.
We watched a little bit of film. It was very, very short. We had one scholarship left, and we said, yeah, let's bring him on.
That prompted a conversation with the person Lendeborg considers to be his biggest inspiration, his mom, Giselle.
Pretty much, my mom told me I was coming to Arizona Western. I was like, sure, okay, I guess I gotta go.
Because I know he loves basketball, and I said, Jaxel, Arizona is the good choice for you. So he said yes.
Lendeborg and his mom are about as tight-knit as it gets, thanks in part to their shared journey. Born in Puerto Rico, Giselle moved the family to Ohio when Yaxel was just 2 years old.
So we go to Ohio, to be better job, better education for Jaxel.
Through it all, Yaxel felt comfortable wherever he went.
Ohio was nice, I made a lot of friends. Pretty much elementary school, that's when I learned English and all that. So then New Jersey is a big jump as well. Moved in with my cousins and my aunts and stuff, so it was a big jump. Despite his previous experience with the change in environment, the move to the Desert Southwest was by far the most jarring. Well, I was really scared. It was going to be my first time being away from my mom, and I definitely didn't think I could handle my own. But the beauty of joining a team is bonding with your teammates, and for Yaxel, one quickly came to help him feel at home, guard Marquise Hargrove.
I seen him, I was just like, he could talk to us. So when I seen him, I went up to him and said a few words, and yeah, that kind of sparked our friendship that we have now.
A friendship which has grown so much, the two will actually be making their next step together, as the duo will be taking their talents to the University of Alabama, Birmingham next year.
Like a dream, like a brother I never had, I'm glad I get to play with him.
It's a relationship Hargrove is happy to continue.
It's been fun to watch, he's grown from a kid to a man now, and he seems to be stronger and more confident in his game.
Plays like this one in the 2023 Region 1 title game help to showcase that confidence. The numbers help to tell the story as well. In his 3 years at AWC, Lendeborg scored over 17 points a game on an unreal 72% from the field. But more amazing than his scoring is his ability on the glass, averaging over 13 rebounds a game, en route to becoming the all-time leading rebounder in NJCAA history with 429 career boards.
So that's just one trait that he came in with, and a nose and a knack for going and grabbing the ball whenever it came off on a shot.
Lendeborg credits Isaacs and the whole coaching staff for helping him get to where he is today.
I'm grateful for Coach Isaacs, Coach Rowe, Coach Parker, all of them, the whole staff, because they really molded me into a better man and a better player, so I can ask for a better coaching staff.
Now, should things pan out, Lendeborg wants to keep his career going into pro ball, something he says he wants to do to help support his mom, Giselle. Reporting in studio, Luis Lopez, 13 on your side. We'll be right back. One of the best environments in Arizona soccer right here in the Desert Southwest. Welcome into sports, everyone. San Luis Sidewinders boys soccer has been among the premier programs here in the Desert Southwest. But what's it like on the pitch with the team? Now you'll get a chance to find out. Here's Into the Snake Pit, a special report you'll only find here on 13 on your side. Few teams have been as consistently good as the San Luis Sidewinders. Head coach Jesus Rojas' squad has gone undefeated the past 2 regular seasons. On the path to their 3rd straight lies the Cibola Raiders for a January 19th matchup. Head coach Brian Claudio's team is coming off of wins in 3 of their last 4 games and could be one of the Sidewinders' toughest tests so far on the season.
Okay, listos para el long one?
About 11 minutes in, the game is still level. But with the Sidewinders, it's only a matter of time before the back of the net is found. Sidewinders now up 1-0 thanks to the goal from senior Francisco Pina.
his first time scoring this season. Not much later, another chance would come for San Luis, brought on by one quick demand from Rojas.
¡Vamos, háblense! ¡Abre! ¡Se va! Bien. Llévala poquito, llévala poquito. Buena.
The second goal of the game, this time from junior Misael Mesa, good for his 18th of the season. Up 2-0, the game looks like it's heading towards another blowout win for San Luis. However, a free kick from Cibola has the chance to change that.
¡Verde! ¡Sideways! ¡Sideways! ¡Salimos antes! ¡De lado! ¡Al otro lado!
Another opportunity stopped by the Sidewinder defense, which had only given up 4 goals in their first 8 games. Just a few minutes later, it's another free kick for the Raiders.
¡Salimos primero, Verdes! Bien.
San Luis would go to the half with a 2-0 lead. Coach Rojas, however, still looking for more out of his team.
El problema es que no estamos generando mucho. Hemos tenido 5 tiros, 2 terminaron en gol, los otros 3 ni siquiera fueron muy peligrosos. Entonces tenemos que empezar a generar más. Hey, en el medio estamos muy partidos.
The Sidewinders came on for the second half, creating another chance, this time off the foot of sophomore Diego Velez. San Luis would end up not scoring again in the game. Despite their lowest scoring effort so far this season, the defense came up with their 5th clean sheet of the year, as the game would finish in a 2-0 Sidewinders win. San Luis maintains perfection, getting to a record of 9-0 in what was their toughest test of the season so far.
The Sidewinders would go on to complete their 3rd straight undefeated regular season at 12-0, and by the way, a playoff win last night against the North Mustangs as well. San Luis winning that one 5-0. That's all the time we have for sports.